Hey, you guys. Welcome. My name is Ebony. I am the CEO of Ebony's Mobile Notary, the founder of 757 Notary Sisters, and the owner operator of Boss Events, located right here in the Chesapeake, Virginia. Today, we are talking credit. Today, we are really diving deep, getting into it about business credit, personal credit. I'm not sure if you're in a whole bunch of Facebook groups like me, where I'm seeing people like, oh, I bought a car under my LLC. My business name, and I didn't have to use no personal guarantee. I'm rolling in a Mercedes Benz in my business. Can somebody make me a website? So, I just want to get into it. We're out here, we're mobile notaries. Right now, we're experiencing a slowdown, so to say. Has your business credit been good? Was your personal credit good? If you guys know me, you know my story that I've had bad credit. I didn't think nothing about credit. For me, I paid cash for everything, didn't do nothing. When I was 18, ran up a bunch of credit cards, just was done with credit. Been bankrupt twice because I remember being young in my 20s. My friend's mom was like, if you do this, you don't have to pay a car payment. I didn't know what I was doing. Just dumb foolishness. So now that I own a business, it's coming back that I need to really clean up my credit. And it really hit home when I tried to establish business credit and I kept getting stopped. Everybody be like, you can use, what were they telling me? All this business credit, go get a Quill line, go do this. Like, Quill gave me something after 3 times of me making a purchase. Yeah, great. But I couldn't get nothing past Quill. I mean, I got Uline, Granger. I even got a fuel card. I'll even say that, one of those Wex ones, and I cut that thing off real quick. Those fees is high as hell. But nothing really past that. So I have been diving deep, trying to figure out this business credit. How y'all buying cars? Y'all, Sam's Club giving you 20 and 30,000. I'm not saying that it's a lie, because I know people that actually have this credit. Like, I know people that say, I walked into the bank, they gave me my business bank account, and they gave me a business checking card for $10,000. They like, I don't know. Well, when I went in, they asked me for money. I had to put $100 in my account. I ain't had that experience. So what is it? Talk to me. So I've been out here in these streets asking. And everybody is trying to sell me a course. No, I just asking a question. Can I understand what it is? So I finally found somebody that was like, yo, look, let's have a conversation. So I want y'all to meet her. And she's going to break some things down. Maybe you have some questions. Let's get into it. Her name is Dr. Tay. She is out of Georgia. And baby, she is beauty and brains. Okay? Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Yes. Well, you tell the people who you are, and we are going to get right into it.
All right, my name is Dr. Tay Cannon. I am the CEO of BOBP Inc. I am also the CEO of Credit Everything. I do specialize in personal and business credit. I'm glad to be here with you all today to give you all the details about it. So let's get into it.
Yes. All right. So, personal credit. How important is that to a person?
Personal credit is very important. So let's just start with what credit actually is. Credit is basically your ability to access money, okay? It's your ability to borrow or access money, services, or goods with the idea that you will pay back later. Okay, your credit determines your financial worthiness. So it's very, very important. If you want to do any of the major life milestones, as we call it, such as buying cars, buying homes, things of that nature, your credit is super important. Not saying that if your credit is not good, you cannot do those things. However, it determines how much those things are going to cost for you. So, for example, a person with a 580 versus a person with a 780. They both can buy vehicles, homes, things of that nature, but the person with the 780 is going to spend way less amount of money than the person with the 580.
Okay. So if you like me and you destroyed your credit, is it fixable?
Yes, it's always fixable. There are many, many, many things that you can do, but the main important thing that I would like people to know is that anything, and when I say anything, I mean anything, can come off of your credit report.
All right. Legally.
Legally, yes. Yes, I don't deal in any other parameters.
Okay. 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 And so
So would
now
you like me
let's
to
say,
explain a little bit about that?
yeah, go for it.
Okay. So there are laws that are there to protect us and the bureaus, but they actually work for us as well. It's called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. These laws have a lot of different things in there that the bureaus and the creditors violate all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use these laws to your advantage to get things removed off of your credit report, even if you owe it. Um, One of the simplest things is that you are allowed to dispute anything on your credit report, right? And so the bureaus have 30 days to complete that dispute. And after they complete that dispute, they have 5 days to respond to you. If they don't do that, that's grounds for deletion.
So you have to keep up and count the days.
Right. You have to keep up with it.
Jesus, that's a full-time job.
Well, not necessarily. So what you want to do is whenever you do your dispute, you want to mail your letters certified. So that way you have the dates and everything already.
From when the countdown starts.
Right.
Got it. Makes sense. I guess so. Again, another, because if I'm mailing 90 disputes a day, I'm gonna have a good spreadsheet.
Right.
Challenge might be accepted. Challenge might be accepted. Good afternoon,
Good
everybody.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, okay. So now when you dispute these things, and what about the stuff that they come back and they say, I've responded back in 17 days, you owe it. Now what?
Okay, so you're at step one. That means that they have quote unquote verified these items, right? One thing to know is that when they verify these items, sometimes they're not really verifying it. So what we know as the credit bureaus are TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax.
Uh-huh.
But there are like a whole lot of more credit bureaus out there that actually provide the information to the main three. One of the main ones is LexisNexis.
Okay, we've heard of that.
So a lot of times the bureaus will just check with LexisNexis to see if it's on their report, and if it is, then they verify. They're not actually checking with the actual creditor, the original creditors. So once they do say that they verify it, then you have the right to ask them, how did you verify it? You have the right to ask them who was the person that they spoke with, when did they speak to that person, what documents did they get provided to verify that account, and you have the right to ask them for that information and have them to send it to you.
Okay, so now I got it.
Okay, so now that you got it, okay, so the item's been verified, you got information that how they verified it. Now you want to do either two things. Number one, look at the information to see how they verified it. Sometimes they may just send you a final bill of that account. Well, that's not verifying it, because anybody could make a bill up. Anybody could verify something. Anybody could make a bill. Anybody could have made that account in my name, or anything like that. So that's not verification. You want to see some type of contract with your signature.
Right. Okay, I've heard of that. Like with your wet, they be like, make sure your wet signature is
Right,
on
your
it.
wet
Okay.
signature, and not your e-signature, your wet signature.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then more than likely they're not going to be able to bring that up, and then they'll just go
Correct.
on ahead and just it's probably cheaper for them to delete because they're buying it for. Okay, okay,
Correct.
definitely.
Even if they still play hardball, because sometimes they do that. They may not provide you with the contract for your wet signature, but they might provide you with other things such as a last bill, such as a purchase agreement of from when they bought the account from the original creditor, things of that nature. They'll try to use some of that. There's still a ton of different things that you can dispute. Everything on your credit report has to match between each bureau. So most of the times we use like Credit Karma and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't really break down how an actual all of the different details that an actual credit report has. If you pull your actual 3 bureau credit report, so there's things such as the last date of activity, the date the account was open, the payment amount, the high balance, the close date. All of those things have to match exactly between each bureau. And if they don't, then those are grounds for disputes. You can there's a law basically saying that the bureaus have to report everything accurately. So you can challenge the accuracy of the reporting.
So then that's still more work, more work, more work. Okay, okay, okay. I got to make sure what I'm getting myself into because it
It
sounds like a lot of work. I'm just not.
is a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of work. Um, okay, okay, and now I'm understanding the concept of do it yourself. Yeah, because you got to. You can't even ask nobody to go through. No, I'm not doing that for you. Like, that's a lot. I can show you how to do it. Do it yourself credit report. Okay, I'm putting the pieces together. All right, all right. So now let's say how long does this process take? Is it one of those? Is what you put into it is what you're going to get out?
Definitely. You want to stay on it. You want to send out your letters. You want to track your 30 days, 35 days. Look for your responses, see how they're responding, see what information they're giving, and respond right back. Um, it could you can get deletions off of your first letter, but that doesn't mean that you just send in one letter and poof, you go from a 500 to a 700. Like, no.
Okay.
You have to keep going back and forth with them until you get the desired results.
And but you only can pull your credit report from annual credit once a year. So how do you see it the rest of the time?
So there are plenty of different credit monitoring programs out there that you can sign up for. You pay a monthly fee for that, and it allows you to pull your credit report every 30 days.
Ah, got it, got it. That's be what that other fee is every. Okay, okay. Because I be clicking stuff. I be clicking stuff. Okay, got it, got it, got it. Okay, so now let's transition over into. All right, I got my credit score up. Now I'm good. I got my business. My business structure is legit. I got my business bank account, but I want some business credit.
So you were on the right track with how you said, you got a Quill account, you got a Uline account. Um, those are like the easiest net 30 accounts that you can get. Basically, those accounts allow you to obtain some form of credit when you don't have any form of credit under your business. So it's like the starter pack, basically. But you do need like your personal credit. You don't need your personal credit for like those things, but when you get to the end, you're gonna need your personal credit. So I don't want people to be fooled like you can just get millions of dollars or thousands of dollars without the personal credit. You can start building your business credit without it, but you want to be working on your personal credit together while you're building your business credit if your personal credit is not up to par, because you're going to need it in the end. So
Okay.
yeah, you start off with those accounts. Those are called net 30 accounts. A net 30, whenever type of net account it is, it could be like a net 30, 60, 90. But if it has net in front of it, that means that you owe the full balance of whatever you charge on that account within that amount of days. So if it's a net 30, whatever you charge on that account, you owe the full balance within 30 days. Net 60, 60 days, etc.
Okay. What happens if you mess that up?
It's just like personal credit. When you don't pay, it shows.
Can you fix it?
You can fix it. I mean, you can call the company and see if you can get, um, a one-time late payment removal, or you can just strive to add more positive accounts so it kind of um,
Outweighs it.
outweigh, yeah, that one thing.
Okay. Okay. So now we moving and shaking. Do you suggest, like, okay, now I want to go to tier 2. What's that? The Sam's Club, right?
Right.
I forgot what else is a Home Depot, Lowe's, they're all in there.
Right.
So now this is my biggest question. We're mobile notaries, and I know you're not, but we are. I have no reason to have $20,000 in Lowe's credit. Why would I go and do that?
You're right. So whatever your business is, mobile notary, you're not building a house, or you don't need lumber or things like that, right? Which is things from like Home Depot and Lowe's. However, if you are able to get those accounts, it's reporting that big trade line on your business credit. So you want to show that you can handle big sums of money from vendors, so you can get big sums of money from cash vendors like banks.
Okay. Okay. Because I hear people say, like, oh, I just go in there and I buy my trash bags. And I'm like, I
Right.
don't,
So a lot of
I'm
people
just,
that go ahead.
I say, I'm just so stuck on it. Like, I don't want to owe anybody. Like, you keep your stuff, I keep my stuff, and we all good. Like, I'm on a whole debt-free journey. So I'm really trying to tie in to figure out this credit. And I don't want
Right.
to
So
go
it's
into too
just
much
like your
debt.
personal credit, right? Even though you have one credit card, you want another one, and you want the limits to keep going up on each one. The bigger the limits, that's going to decrease your utilization. It's going to show that you can handle big money. So it's the same thing with the business credit. You want high limit trade lines to show your business credit worthiness.
Okay. Okay. And when do you suggest start going for business credit? A lot of people be like, they going for it out the gate. And again, I know that you're not a notary, but like we've had a huge slowdown in business. Like I'm kind of glad that I wasn't able to establish, because I have friends that is like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my next month quill bill because of the things that slow down. Like at the end of the day, shit happens.
Right.
So I don't want to tell a new notary that ain't never had a sign-in or nothing, go out here and get these big business lines. So when do you suggest start getting business credit?
Well, first of all, when you're building it, I don't suggest to anyone that you buy anything that you cannot afford. And I'm not saying like counting on future money that's coming in. Like if you don't have that money that you are can spend today to purchase whatever you are going to purchase on whatever account you do get approved for, you should not be doing it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Because you
Okay.
don't want to get ahead of yourself, and you don't want to work towards something just to mess it up. Like
Right.
that's pointless.
Right. Okay. And like if you own multiple business, do you suggest, like, the reason why I did quill for mobile notary because I could get like paper and toner, but now I have my boss events business, which is a photo booth and wedding officiant. So I may not need nothing from quill. Like, is it okay to be like, okay, Ebony's mobile notary don't have Uline, but boss events does?
Yes, that's totally fine. You build your business credit per business how you want to. Some people they choose to just get all the accounts on every business. Some people choose to actually get accounts that they need for every business. It's about what you can handle.
Okay. Okay. Um, all right, all right, all right. Any tips or tricks that you can give, like far as maneuvering through this journey?
Yes. So one tip that I would give is that in the very beginning, before you even try to obtain anything, you want to make sure that every single thing matches amongst all of your documentation. So the address on your business account, the address on your articles of incorporation, the address on your EIN number, the name, the spelling, the business phone number. You want to try to have some online presence, internet presence, submit yourself to 411, submit yourself to Google, make your social media accounts, because they are cracking down and checking more to, just make sure that you are a legit business and you're not doing this just to get these accounts and run off with the money.
Mm, okay, okay. And you do suggest making sure now what is a decent credit score?
Over 700.
Over 700. Wow. Okay, so that's the goals. I'm going for a 701. I'm not
Right. And that's FICO score, not what they show you on Credit Karma, because those are not,
okay,
those
FICO
scores
score.
don't mean a thing.
Okay, a FICO score. And let me see. Nope. You said you're building a course, and I guess in your course you'll tell us like, okay, I could go to inside your course and be like, look, I'm on day 37, and I'll be able to get instructions on what to do next.
Yes, I'm gonna build it. I'm almost done with it actually. I'm doing everything from step A to Z. Like nothing's gonna be left out.
Okay. Okay. Well, I would like to be a testee for your course.
Okay.
I would definitely take you up on that. I will. I'm good at a spreadsheet. I'm good at working. So if you give me a challenge, and like I said, I know, like the what turned me off from somebody else was that they guaranteed me a number. I'm like, don't do that. That's false representation.
Yeah,
It was like, oh, I
yeah.
can get you up 200 points in 90 days. No, you can't. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
No, you cannot guarantee how much their credit score is going to boost in a certain amount of days. I mean, I personally do credit repair. What I do is I do give a money back guarantee if I don't get you any results in 90 days. And I'm pretty confident with that. But as far as saying like, oh, your credit's going to be fixed in 2 months to 3 months, or oh, you're going to have guaranteed 100-point increase in 4 months, like no. And when you see things like, oh, credit sweep, like run away.
Uh-huh.
Run away, because most likely they're doing something that's not really legal, but you can't claim identity theft and get like everything wiped off. But if you're not a true victim of identity theft, like they're definitely cracking down on that. So when you see people offer like credit sweep packages, that's what like they're doing.
Mm. Okay. Okay. All right. And you said that you do credit. So how do they contact you for say they want to go the other way and just let you do everything?
Yeah, so I do fix personal credit and I do build business credit for people. Um, my website is crediteverything.net. You can scroll down to the very last link and book a free consultation, and we take it from there.
That net. There we go. I just put it there. And you guys should be able to grab that from the chat, crediteverything.net, if you're not trying to do it yourself. I think that's gonna be I want to be gluttony to punishment for myself. I need to learn the lesson. So I think the only way I'm gonna do it is if I do it myself. So
Yeah, I decided to do it myself before I, got all into this. I was just like, I'm gonna do it myself. I can't be playing around with people. And I'm happy that I did that, because now I can teach other people. Now I can share everything that I learned, all the mistakes I made, all the hiccups I had to go through. so other people won't have to do that, and they won't have to get bamboozled either.
Right. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to do it myself. But now will I run into a hiccup if I try to do it myself and pay some stuff? Like, can I do a combination of both? Like, I wouldn't pay the bill that I'm disputing.
So you can repair your credit by paying your debts. However, you want to pay attention to how you do that. So, for example, let's just say you decided that I don't know. Let's say you had a AT&T bill, right? That's on your credit report as a collection, and it's it's like $200 or something. So you're like, okay, I got that. I'm gonna pay it off, right? You can pay it off. However, it doesn't mean that it's gonna come off of your credit report. It actually can mess you up and stay on there an additional 7 years from the date that they received the payment. Like, because you're introducing new activity to that account, so you can restart the debt clock. And we know that, things fall off of your credit report automatically after 7 years. So if you do have money to shell out that you want to use to fix your credit, you want to contact these creditors, these collectors, and you want to get something from them in writing stating that they are willing to delete these accounts upon receiving payments
Okay. And
before
I
you
can get
just
that.
shell out the money.
Okay. And I can call and I can get that letter first. And then once I have that letter in hand, I can pay.
Right. So you can call them and see if they can send you a letter, or you can email them. But I normally do letters for everything because I want documentation. So you can send them a letter. It's called a pay for delete letter. And you're basically just saying, I'm not admitting that I owe this, that this is mine. However, I just want to move forward and get this behind me. I'm willing to pay X, Y, and Z. Because that's another thing. You don't always have to offer the full thing that you owe. Like, you can offer less and they might even
Mhm.
take it, because
Mhm.
these people, these collectors, they didn't pay like nowhere near whatever amount that you owed on the account. So sometimes they will take less money.
Okay.
So that's another little trick. So yeah, you can send a letter and say, hey, I'm willing to pay X, Y, and Z, in exchange for permanent deletions of this account, and just wait on them to respond. And sometimes they say yes.
How long do you wait? Like, you don't want to wait years. Like, it's what,
No.
60 days valuable?
No, I wouldn't wait years. I mean, like, when you send somebody a letter, you expect them to get it and go ahead and respond. So if it's not in like that type of time frame,
Okay.
then no. I will say sometimes they do respond slow. So I would say give it a month. Give it a
Okay.
month to wait on a response.
Okay. I'm just trying
Because
to
I
think
have
about
gotten
how I'm going to
responses
set up
as
this
late as a month.
spreadsheet. Wow. Okay. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to set up this spreadsheet. And I like everything tied to a goal. And like I said, my goal is to get to a 701. I'm not going too crazy with it. I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to do everything that's going to be in your course and all the information that I've gathered for a year. I'm going to give it 12 months and
Yes,
I'm going
that's
to be
that's
able
that's
to report
great.
back.
12 months should be the max.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna be able to report back.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah, I was just, I pulled my credit report. I know my score is terrible, but I don't have as much as I thought I had on there. And that's why I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and pay. But I get what you're saying is that I'm gonna first go with the letter. So what I'm
Right,
about to
because
do
they
is
will literally just change it. They'll change the amount that you owe on there, and it won't show that you owe anything, but it still would be a collection on the
mhm,
report. It's just a paid one,
right. Okay.
which still is better than the one that you owe, but it still affects you negatively. You can pay collections and not get no extra point.
Okay. Now, does it help to get secure credit cards?
Absolutely.
Okay. And do you know anybody, like, how do you get one? Because
Well, you
maybe
can get a
Federal told me
secured
no.
you can get a secure credit card from anywhere. I mean, you can get one from Capital One, you can get one from Discover, you can get one from whoever you bank with, whether it's a bank or whether it's a credit union. Secure cards are everywhere.
Okay. And
I
what
would
will,
suggest either Capital One or Discover or your bank.
okay, what happens if you owe Capital One and Discover? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't
Capital
know.
One is a very, very, very lenient bank. I'm just gonna
Okay.
throw that out there.
Okay.
And most of the times they, especially with the secured, because with secured, you're basically paying the amount that you want your credit limit to be. So it's fully backed up by your cash.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you want a $500 credit limit, you're paying them $500 to put on a credit card for you to borrow it and pay it off over and over.
And over and over. And then that's also helpful. Now,
Right.
can you get secure credit cards in your business name?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Wow. Game changer. I
Yes,
like
you
that. I
can.
like that. Because well, now, do you think that will increase your, what is it called? Your paydex score?
So with the paydex score, it really doesn't move that much because the paydex score, the only thing that they care about is paying your bills on time. So if
Okay.
you pay every account that you have on time, you're gonna get that perfect paydex score, which is you want to have
80.
at least an 80. It's out of 100. You want to have at least an 80. If you have an 80 or higher, just means that you pay all your bills on time. That's like the only thing they care about. They don't care about utilization. They don't care about nothing else.
Okay. Cassandra asked the difference between a secured and unsecured credit.
So a secure credit card is like when you are paying for a credit limit basically. So you may apply for a credit card, they may deny you due to having challenged credit, and then you're like, hey, I still need some type of credit to, help fix my credit, and to show that I am going to be responsible from here on out and pay my credit. So you can apply for a secure card, and that's where you basically pay a deposit. So they want the deposit just in case you do default, then they already have the money that you
Mm.
owe, that you would owe. Unsecured is just where you apply and then they say, hey, we're going to give you a credit limit of $1,000. We trust you enough to give you our money instead of asking you for your money for this card.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I like it. I like the fact, I like everything that you said. I think I can follow directions. And I think I'm gonna give my business a few secured credit cards just to see if that helps with utilization. I know I had some issues with my structure. So I kind of feel like I'm
Right. So
kind
you
of,
definitely want to check that structure because it's not gonna really stop you from like a quill or a U line,
yeah.
but when you get into that tier two, you like you was talking about the Lowe's, the Home Depot, the Sam's, things like that is especially, oh yes, it's gonna stop you. I'm just telling you
Okay.
now, it's gonna stop you. So you want that, especially the Sam's, because that can be your first revolving credit that you have, that's not used to your personal credit. And they're very generous. Most of the time they start you off with like $8,000.
Yeah, I see it all the time. They be like, "Oh, I got it for 8,000." I'm like, "What the hell?" But but I get it. I get it. Like I said, I seen my credit report. I wasn't credit to me neither. I don't care how many different ways I want to call myself. Ebony's Mobile Notary 757. No, you got a bad track record. So I get it. But I want to work on fixing my track record and seeing if I get different results. So
Yes,
I'm gonna
you
take this
will.
year
You will. If
and
you
I'm
take the
gonna do
steps
it.
to fix it, you will definitely get different results. And it's going to be results that you like.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that by the end of 2023, I got it on my vision board that we now just needed
Okay.
a number. I needed a number. So we're gonna put the 701 up there on that vision board. That's gonna be the number. And we're gonna shoot for it. And I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Like I said, whenever you come out with your course, I got you. And yeah, I'll do it. And
I'm trying to
hopefully
have
some
it finished
people.
before 2023 steps in the door. So
Okay. Okay, that'll be good. That'll be good.
And
And
then we got a few days, so I gotta get
yeah, yeah, I say
it.
it's the fourth. It's the fourth. All right, all right. Well, I thank you for coming. Thank you. I appreciate you for everything that you said, all the knowledge that you dropped. This won't be the last time you hearing from me.
All
So
right.
be ready. And y'all, thank y'all for joining. If you didn't catch it, share it, go back and watch the replay. She left a lot of information regarding business credit and personal credit. Let's get it in order.
Thank you for inviting me.